Imagine this, a respected spiritual leader, suddenly walking barefoot through the streets, wearing nothing but a loincloth. Day after day, month after month, year after year, the whispers begin. What happened to him? Is he mad? Isn't that Isaiah, the prophet? But what no one sees, what no one wants to understand, is that this isn't insanity. This is obedience, a divine assignment, wrapped in public shame. Welcome to one of the Bible's most haunting stories, the story of Isaiah the naked prophet. In this 1-hour journey, we'll walk through the dark political landscape that led to Isaiah's actions, why God commanded such a strange act, how humiliation became prophecy, what this story reveals about spiritual obedience in a rebellious world, and what it means for you today. The world of Isaiah was messy, violent, and dangerously political. Assyria, a brutal empire known for skinning prisoners alive and parading captives through the streets, was swallowing nations whole. Israel and Judah sat like fragile pieces between giants. Egypt, promising protection. Cush, their military ally. Assyria, the looming threat. Instead of trusting God, Judah looked outward. They leaned on alliances, human treaties, military muscle, and God saw it all. He watched his people cling to broken saviors. He watched kings bow to Pharaoh instead of praying to him. And he said, "Enough." It's into this chaos that Isaiah steps, not just with a message, but with a command. In Isaiah 20:2, the prophet records, "At that time the Lord spoke through Isaiah son of Amoz. He said to him, 'Take off the sackcloth from your body and the sandals from your feet.' And he did so, going around stripped and barefoot. This was no performance. This wasn't for fame. It was divine instruction. Isaiah, known for writing poetry, royal decrees, and messianic prophecies, was now called to walk the streets, humiliated. Likely wearing only a loincloth, he became a public symbol of something much darker. The coming shame and captivity of Egypt and Cush. His life became the warning. Every glance, every insult, every step, was prophecy in motion. Let's pause. What would it take for you to obey a command like that? Imagine losing your credibility overnight, becoming the town spectacle, people laughing, not at your words, but at your body. Isaiah wasn't just being obedient. He was being emotionally crucified. Yet he didn't resist. He didn't question. He walked. For 3 years. He teaches us something modern Christianity often avoids. Obedience is rarely glamorous, and true prophets walk through shame before they walk in honor. After 3 years of silent shame, God speaks through Isaiah again. "As my servant Isaiah has walked stripped and barefoot for 3 years, so shall the king of Assyria lead away the captives of Egypt and Cush, young and old, with buttocks bared, to the shame of Egypt." Isaiah's public nakedness wasn't about humiliation. It was about prophetic parallel. God was using symbolic action to show what was coming. Egypt would fall. Cush would crumble. Their warriors would be shamed, paraded, broken. And all those who trusted them, including Judah, would face consequences. Isaiah's message was simple. Don't trust in broken nations. Trust in the Lord. This isn't just history. This is personal. We live in a time when people trust social media over scripture, politicians over prayer, image over integrity, strategy over surrender. Isaiah's nakedness wasn't just political, it was spiritual. God was asking, what are you covered in? Are your robes man-made, or God-given? Will your coverings last when crisis comes? And Isaiah's answer was clear. I will walk with nothing, if it means walking in God's will. Isaiah's journey shows us something rare. Sometimes, the most powerful message isn't a sermon. It's a life lived in obedience, even when it's misunderstood. The silent prophet, the obedient outcast, the faithful voice that doesn't bend to applause. These are the ones God trusts with the hardest assignments. Isaiah's message wasn't loud. It was consistent. For 3 years, his body spoke what the people refused to hear. Isaiah walked, and the world stared. But years later, his prophecy came true. Egypt fell, Cush fell, And the people who laughed, wept. Answer, I ask you. What is God asking you to walk through? Quietly, painfully, faithfully. Who's watching you, thinking you're crazy, when you're just being obedient? Are you willing to carry God's message, even if it costs you your reputation? Because in the end, God isn't looking for polished prophets. He's looking for naked hearts. Exposed, humble, willing, like Isaiah, and maybe, like you.